Right, I've just realised I didn't go far enough down the Twitter feed, so I am going to do just that other bit and add it on to that students' news I just did, which will be number 37. So this will be 37 plus. PC screen, I've put that on there. You are recording. Right, here we go. Yes, someone has put, this cracked me up. Does anyone know where this photo was taken? James Woods has put Nancy Pelosi's colon. It's not really Stu's news, is it? This is Stu's just mess about and have a chat. There you go. That's all right now. Because what we've got down here, we've got lots of executive forwarding posts. Was that when certain sanctions, the event of foreign intervention? Yeah, so basically Trump's saying he can well, you can pause that and read that. Plan. Steve Bannon.
Man up. We've got this, and we have to start acting like we got it. I'm tired of the whining. I'm tired of the hair pulling. I'm tired of the tears. You've had that. Now you got a plan. Stick to the plan. Oh my God, they're going to go crazy. Bannon is now giving a hat tip to QAnon. I don't care about the left-wing media. I could care less. They beclown themselves. They totally expose themselves. Totally expose themselves. It's information warfare, right?
Yeah, that is right. Be careful like this.
This is a PSA. You can't believe anything you see these days. These glasses aren't even real. Neither is my face. All this stuff was 3D tracked on using these dots that I drew on with this marker. Actually, the marker isn't real either. Neither is the background. Or my face. Have a good night. This is a PSA.
So, if you see a video of Obama or Biden or someone saying something, is it them? I don't know. Right, here's a geezer here getting angry with ballots. I think he's getting the petrol pump because all the ballots he's counting.
And then flips off a ballot and then crumples it up.
For Trump. Trouble is, there's lots of stuff like this coming in.
I've seen ballots that don't belong to anybody. They don't show up in voter registration. There's no name attached to them.
And what are they doing with those ballots?
I'm challenging them, and
Okay.
they're supposed to put them in a box to be then
Okay.
be evaluated. But then multiple ballots that have several different numbers.
Okay.
One person with different numbers. We have whole lists of them. We're writing everything down all day long.
So are they improperly filled out and you're looking to disqualify them?
If they're
Okay.
properly filled out, if they have no name, if they don't have a home, or if the person was born in 1921 but registered to vote in 1900, that kind of doesn't make sense.
So, but that's not on the ballot. When you vote, your ballot is just the balls and what you have on there. What are you seeing? Are you seeing people's registration forms?
Yes, we are.
So on the tables, you have the ballot, and then you are able to see next to them
On a computer screen.
on a computer screen whose ballot that is.
Sometimes the ballot itself has no name, but the ballot is filled out.
Okay.
And then if we go into the registration file, we find the person that has been was born in 1921, and it's just there's a lot that's not right.
What's wrong with being born in 1921?
But registering to vote in 1900, 21 years before you're born.
Oh.
Cool. Yeah. What's this?
Are you guys collecting ballots? I thought they collected them all. I just want to document. How much? Wait, but how come they already called the state?
Because these are mail-in ballots.
Are there a ton in there?
Yeah.
All right. Are you collecting from a lot of places?
Samples are really not
All right, I'll just document. Thank you guys. Are you guys official election guys? All right, and let me just ask you one thing. Where do you guys take them?
Election stuff.
Is that in the government building? Okay.
Don't need to see any more of that. They're picking ballots up the next day, following day, aren't they? There's another. This geezer
Probably doesn't even know.
looks around, camera.
Post this on Twitter. They block your account, you out of your account for activity. So yeah, nothing's gonna happen to this guy.
And he's changing the vote. There's so many videos like this. Another one.
On this app, but I am big into doing things fair. But can you explain to me why the deputy clerk of Nutley, New Jersey, let's call her Karen, instead of bringing these boxes sealed to the Board of Elections in Newark, New Jersey, brought them back to the municipal building and opened them up and started going through them? This is not what should have happened.
No, let's call her Karen. Vincent, enjoy the show. I'm just going to whiz through these. Here's another one. They started tape. What they did, they kicked all the poll watchers out. Where's this? Wayne County, Michigan. Kicked the poll watchers out who are legally allowed and meant to be there to make sure the election's fair, and started taping up the windows with anything they could. You know, this is all documented stuff. I mean, if you want a fair election, why do that? Boris Johnson walked out there, Theresa May started speaking, Boris got up and walked out. Now have a listen. I love this woman.
Strike and 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 strike and.
She's not doing anything sexual, she's talking about Jesus.
Till you have victory. For every enemy that is aligned against you, let there be that we would strike the ground, for you will give us victory, God. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of shouting and singing. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of an abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of an abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. The Lord says it is done. The Lord says it is done. The Lord says it is done. For I hear victory, 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 victory in the corridors of heaven. In the corridors of heaven, victory, 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 victory. For angels are being released right now. Angels are being dispatched right now. Hamanda ata ata raka deda baka sanda ata ambo osa tata rite eke banda ata rite didi ashata. For angels have even dispatched from Africa right now. Africa right now. Africa right now. From Africa right now. They're coming here. They're coming here. In the name of Jesus. From South America. They're coming here. They're coming here. They're coming here. They're coming here. From Africa. From South America. Angelic forces. Angelic reinforcement. Angelic reinforcement. Angelic reinforcement. Fika hata anda ata. Ora bata rata ande eke eke manda rasata. For I hear the sound of victory. 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 Strike.
Amen to that. That's Joe M. Just, you can pause that and have a look at that. Just telling people to chill out. National Guard, they're getting ready. They've been deployed in 12 states, haven't they? Watch the water queue. Read ballots being counted by National Guard, and the real ones have a secret watermark. Kaboom! Death of fashion. Our future under socialism. Yeah, what's this? Oh, that's that woman with the ballots again. Just whiz through here. Oh yeah, now this is Dr. Russell McGregor. The state of Michigan race this is how the votes was going. What time that? Oh, 6 o'clock in the morning, yeah. In the middle of the night, I think November the 4th, 6 o'clock, midnight. Yeah, 6 o'clock in the morning. The Biden vote went brrrr, like that. That's why everyone's making these memes of these lines. Right. And then that was Michigan, wasn't it? Yeah, and this is in Wisconsin. The same thing again. Criminal, all documented. Let's have a listen to Tucker, because he's good.
I would say in some very specific ways, we, the media, I participated in it for 30 years, have not been credible. We have lost trust. And that's just, I think that's really bad. And it's something that we need to fix. And the obvious problem is something we said we were going to correct in 2016, which is we don't know anybody who votes for Trump. And so you really got the sense, watching everybody, that, like, you know, it's kind of embarrassing to support Trump or whatever. And that's why the rallies were such a huge shock to a lot of people in the last week. All these people unapologetically saying, I love Donald Trump. And it's like, I've never met anybody who says something. Who are these people? We have a huge problem in our business with being cut off from the country we cover. And I would say a lot of power centers in this country have that problem, but we have it in the media, and I really sincerely hope we fix it, because we're moving toward, like, zero credibility, and that's bad.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Molly Hemingway earlier in the show about the president and his supporters feeling like he was not running only against Joe Biden, but was running against a lot of the media as well. He couldn't get on some of those rallies. We aired rallies from Democrats and the president throughout this process, but they always felt like it was an uphill battle. He still has a path to 270 tonight, and as Britt mentions every few minutes, the betting odds are increasing for President Trump.
Well, they are, and I have to say, because I think I'm bitter about it, and it's worth being bitter about. We found out in the final days of this campaign that members of the president's family were under an active FBI investigation into business deals that we, I think, pretty conclusively proved he knew about, parts of which he approved of. Tony Bobulinski was a direct participant in those conversations with the former vice president, not accusing him of a crime, but merely saying he was involved. And that story was utterly squelched. Bobulinski's name wasn't mentioned on any other channel apart from Fox News. It was completely ignored on purpose, not because it wasn't newsworthy. It most certainly was newsworthy, but because they were taking a partisan position on behalf of a presidential candidate. Now, it's not just a matter of being annoyed that the media are liberal or whatever. They've always been liberal. That's fine. I'm not mad about that. I accept it as reality. Why it's scary is that on a night like tonight, the whole country, 350 million of us, will only know who the president is when the media tell us. I would say...
Yeah. It's my first glass of wine on Stu's News. Cheers. Alright, come on, let's smash through this. 10:24, I don't need to do that. You need to be listening to all Trump speeches at the moment. There's so much code in there. More troops flew into Gitmo yesterday. This is back at November the 3rd. This is, but I'm just going to fly through this so I can catch up. If anyone wants someone good to watch, Tori says Twitch. She's also on Twitter, YouTube, and that's brilliant. And she was involved in the Shadowgate documentary. Oh, I might. Shadowgate. And Shadowgate 2.0. There you go. I wonder if the bots and sniffers have picked that up. Probably. There's the Amish. Look. That's magic, isn't it? You know it's the landslide for the country when that lot come out in support of a president. I'm sure I've done all this. There's a poll watcher there. They wouldn't let this poll watcher in. I'm sure I've done this. Tina, definitely did that. It's all the lewd stuff coming out. I've done that, I'm sure I've. Bannon. November the 3rd. No, I haven't. See, look, this is a Trump rally. Look, this is. No, I haven't. Trump rally. That's then boarded up Washington. Well, Farage walking about there. There you are.
What's up? It's Joel Patrick.
Hey, it's Corporal Hartry.
The media says I'm supposed to be afraid of him. I'm supposed to hate him.
And the media says I'm supposed to hate him.
We don't care what the media thinks because we love each other because we're brothers.
That's right. We love America.
Yeah. What's up? It's Joel.
Yeah, brilliant. Bannon, you got to watch Bannon's War Room. I won't make you watch all that. Trump landslide. Tap, tap, tap. This is a great little thing from Farage, yeah. We've got.
I'm here in Washington, D.C. We're 2 days away from a presidential election. It's now being completely dominated by the COVID-19 crisis. Here's the interesting point. Joe Biden very much takes the line. There will be a long, dark winter coming, and that America needs to lock down further. That's his pitch to the American people that they say are under him. Trump takes the completely opposite view. He says that lockdown leads to economic disaster, leads to mass depression, and leads to vast numbers of people losing their jobs, their security, their general sense of well-being. He says the vulnerable can protect themselves, the rest of us have to learn to live with it. But it was interesting, at least in America they got a choice. At least in America they're having a debate, because we are locking down from Wednesday. This has been decreed by Boris Johnson. Guess what? Sir Keir Starmer 100% agrees, as do all the other political parties represented in Westminster. There has to be a vote before this happens. Oh, sure, there'll be a few backbench Tory MPs that will rebel. The rest of them, oh, they get poked off, they get bribed, they'll get blackmailed. So we are heading for lockdown, and there's a growing number of us in the country can see that what lockdown means, even in health terms, is disastrous. You know, I was talking just 2 days ago to a charity in Kent, a diabetes charity in Kent. They've got 100,000 patients that they're looking after. Not a single one of them has been screened since March. So, I mean, goodness knows what that means for amputations, for blindness, and that's just diabetes. Lung cancer diagnoses are down 75%, and the figures for chronic heart condition are not far behind that. Remember, the first lockdown was to protect the NHS. We finished up with 35,000 empty beds in our hospitals. We're going back into that. So I think it's quite possible to say, given the average age of death thus far in the UK is 82 years and 3 months, which is pretty much around average life expectancy. I think it's quite safe to say that what the second lockdown means is that ultimately more people will die of other illnesses because they've not been diagnosed, than will die from COVID-19. And I just want to say a word this morning particularly about the self-employed, sole traders, people running little businesses, people running small restaurants. I really do fear that the second lockdown is going to be the end for many of them. Particularly as Michael Gove this morning has said, well, it might not be a month, it might be longer than that. I do understand that Boris Johnson doesn't want an historical legacy that says that huge numbers of people died and he didn't act. I know it's fear that is driving him, but frankly, I've had enough of lockdown. I mean, they're almost trying to put us back under house arrest in terms of travelling. And I think there's now a great number of people who think that whether a miracle vaccine is around the corner or not, and I have to say I'm slightly sceptical about that. I'm slightly sceptical too about whether people would take it, because they can say, hey, this is new, this is experimental. So what do? Do we go on locking down again and again and again? Do we as a country literally go bankrupt? Do we see suicides continuing to spike in the way that they are? Millions of people unemployed? Or do we say, actually, we have no choice but to learn to live with this? And yeah, we've got to be sensible about hand washing, if we can possibly social distancing. I've said it before, I'll say it again. This second lockdown says to me that the cure is now worse than the disease, and the frustration that has been felt out there by people. There is no political voice articulating that. Well, I think that may change very soon.
Nigel, now, whatever you think about him, he talks a lot of sense. And in the 17 drops, there's you know, this UK PM install bit, and I can't find where it is. I'm going to have to go and look at all the drops again. It's in the first 100. I know that, I think. Is it? Oh, I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if Boris is a deviant, and he's certainly, if he's acting and playing a game, he's playing it well, isn't he? But if he is a deep state swamp creature, 'cause he's come from the same place, the Bullingdon Boys and all that club, the same place as all those other, that pig fucking, what is it, Cameron, he was meant to be shagging a pig's head, wasn't he, or something. They're fucking just disgusting deviants. They're all the same ilk, aren't they? And he's different for Farage. Now the media's painted him out to be a complete and utter racist and all this sort of stuff, same as Trump, but if you know, don't you? And he just speaks differently to all the others. He goes for a pint, so that's him doing the wall. Right. Through the building, yeah. So on the JFK. I mean, anyone's got to, you just got to look at the amount of people. This is the Lady Gaga and Coldplay were being named on the hard drives, but that's just, you know, Lady Gaga, and we know that anyway. Coldplay, there you go. So there's so much more to come out than that. That's a woman taking the piss out of Gaga because she was doing something pathetic. Look at this Trump rally. And Biden can't feel. Biden can't fill a gym. Look at the cars just there. It's Trump galore because the people know. This prick here. He's the founder of a cult about Muhammad, the real father of a bomber. There's so much shady about him, his birth certificate, his whatever. He's gay, his wife's a geezer, those children aren't theirs. Oh, how can you say such a thing? Well, look at the real parents and how much the real parents look like their children. You've only got to do a little bit of Googling and look at some pictures and you'll go, well, maybe there's another question you won't be able to answer. But whatever we're doing, truth is on here. We're trying to answer these questions, aren't we? Obviously, remember, nasty narratives will come out in the next 48 hours because fake news, criminal codes, yeah, all these are coming out with stuff against Trump, aren't they? That was a lady that was really nice. I gave her a bear for her. And her father died a year or two before, and she pushed its feet, and her dad sang happy birthday to her. Oh, I'm going to go in a minute. Oh, bless her. God, I nearly went then. Imagine if you were a virus so deadly that it doesn't affect those who don't give a shit. Stunning, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. 58,000 people. And this is in the run-up to the election. This is...
Look at his actions. Everybody has a family member in their family that's Donald Trump. Whether you're white, black, Hispanic, there's a Donald Trump in your family. Okay? But look at his actions. Stop going over what you think he's saying or how he's saying it, he should adjust his tone. No, you want to hear it straight, flaming from his mouth what he's going to do. And he's actually done exactly what he said he's going to do, or he's at least tried to. Every other politician says one thing and does a complete another. So that's why I'm a Trumpster
whether we win or lose, I'm Donald Trump, but I believe we're going to win. I believe he's going to get more African American vote than any other Republican in history, especially black men. We've had enough.
Exactly. But you won't get it in the mainstream media. First of November, I know the last one. This is Biden rally. Well, he has sort of filled the car park there, but that's a Trump rally. I know they talk about, oh, everyone needs to social distance. The reason they're saying social distance is so they can make up for the fact that no one fucking goes to his rally. See, if you see that Biden calling Joe out of a gym, whatever it was. Beverly Hills. The atmosphere for Trump is, yeah, this is great.
That's really funny.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. So you voted?
Yeah, I already voted.
Today?
Yep.
Today? You voted today?
This morning.
Amazing,
With my
amazing.
wife.
Who'd you vote for?
Biden.
Biden?
Yep.
Yeah. You know that he's portrayed as a pedophile, right?
Who?
You know that he's portrayed as a pedophile, right?
This thing?
Yeah.
This little cartoon here?
Yeah.
I put it on because it's funny. I didn't look at.
Yeah, you know, he's portrayed as a pedophile on Family Guy.
Oh, of course I don't support that, but I put it on because it's funny. Yeah, but I did my vote.
Yikes.
At the end of the day.
That's.
Boom. Did you read it? Here, right, now watch this. These pair, they are. This is just their humiliation going on now, I can tell you that. But look, you can hear how many people are at this rally because you can't really hear anything. Joe misses his entrance.
Joe Biden! Joe Biden! Joe Biden! Joe Biden! Joe Biden!
Now, does that look like a prison to anyone? Or some sort of facility like that? It might be a school. You know, that might be a school. Is that a school bus? Let's say school on it. That bus, it might be. I don't think they'd be there anyway. There's only one place they're going to be. And it begins with G. And it ends with Itmo. Can't stand that face on that thing. Robin Williams now.
Out there.
I don't know what he's going to say here, but we'll have a listen.
There's always rambling Joe Biden. What the fuck? Joe says shit that even people with Tourette's go, no. No. What is going on? Joe is like your uncle who's on a new drug and hasn't got the dosage right. I'm proud to work with Barack America. He's not a superhero, you idiot. Come here. When FDR was on television, there was no TV back then. Come here, Joe. Sit down.
Very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness. For President Trump and the demagogues around the world, Donald Trump is reelected. He doesn't want to shed light. He wants to generate heat, and he's stoking violence in our cities. You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
It don't have nothing to do with Trump.
What you all know, but most people don't know, unlike the African American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community. Where I come from, you don't get far unless you ask. My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Look me over if you like what you see, help out. I'm a nominated Democrat, a lifelong Democrat, a proud Democrat. I'm a Democrat. And, there was, I think that the former senator you just, I heard that familiar voice, you know what I mean, just spoke. Well, he's right about one important thing. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by, you know the thing. I'm beginning to see why your wife left you. Why you text him? Why, you're getting nervous, man.
Out there. There's always.
I mean, You try and show this stuff to people who hate Trump, because they hate Trump, because they've been told to hate Trump by the mainstream media, and they won't watch stuff like that. And then when the penny drops, they'll be watching stuff like that, going, oh, I can't believe I voted for him, why didn't you tell me about it? Really? That's a great picture, isn't it? Saving me, Jazz. That's Trump with all the old presidents. Reagan there. I'm sure Washington's in there somewhere. That's probably Washington there. JFK. Lincoln. I don't know who the others are. Donald Trump closing up. This sums it up. 9:29. We're not watching that. That's a prat. Beverly Hills, Dan Bongino. That's 2 minutes 18, something like that. The second wave will get their attention. Then smiled like the psychopaths they are. Now, you know, I like watching a few things and stuff, but who does that? The second wave will get their attention and grins like that. If Gates capitulated in 2016, I fully understand it. That looks like a geezer. That looks like Robin Williams. Who's that? Oh no. Someone's cutting a bummer's microphone out. Quality. This guy gets it. Oh, I can't listen to him. President, just a plan. You don't know what to know. Let's just have a... Oh, that's this liberal. That's... Her name's called Karen. Liberal Lucy. So the Trump's... I see him smashing the wall up. And there's a lot more to this wall than... It's the iron, and some people saying it might be some sort of energy. Those two old dears, they were brilliant. And voting for Donald Trump. The Red Shoe Brigade. Wait till people find out about that. Sick bastards. Kaylee. What's that? SCOTUS and I've posted that. Oh, must be back there then. Alright, that'll do then. I'm going to go to the board and see if I can't find out where that drop is. If anyone knows where it is, UK PM install in the drops, let me know. Thank you.